Hello and welcome to a new episode here on my channel. My name is ChaosMole and today we are taking a look at the world map in EvoGenius 2. What is the world map? Well, if you have played EvoGenius 1, you already know what you are doing there. You plan your schemes, you try to make money, you get more minions from there, you maybe even get like a henchman from the world map, or you attract a lot of enemies. That is what you are doing on the world map in EvoGenius 2. But that's really it if you have played the first one and you still remember what to do, because Rebellion has completely changed the world map in EvoGenius 2. Like, nothing really works anymore like you still remember it. So let's get right to it and let's jump into what to do on the world map. Keep in mind though, this is a guide about building the ground level for, well, conquering the world really. And this is not like an in-depth guide to explain to you how to make like the most money, how to generate like less heat and something like that. Like, that is not what this video is for. I might make such a video later on, but right now it's really to explain to you and make you understand what you can do on the world map and maybe give you a few tips and tricks how you survive the first few hours in EvoGenius 2. So let's have a look at the world map, shall we? As you can see, we have the whole world here, and you are starting out in one of the three islands. I think this is one, obvious. This is the second, and I think this is the third you can get. But does it matter where you start? No, it doesn't. You just choose where you want to go first. Like, that's your decision. It doesn't matter. So, as I said, Rebellion has pretty much changed how the world map functions, and one thing is still the same though. In your main base, you need this. What is this? Well, this is your command center, and you need those massive radio repeaters to get network strength. Because if you want to scout an area on the world map, you need the network strength. You see this little fog of war, everything is greenish area in Africa. So if I want to see what's in that area, I need one broadcast strength. So you have to build those repeaters. Later on, if you want to upgrade your stations, you actually need even more broadcast strength in that area. So what happens if you scout an area? Well, your minions will disappear. It's not like in the first one where you have your minions physically on the world map, but you build criminal networks, like this one in South Africa. As you can already see, I have built a criminal network here. It's level 1. It generates 0 heat. We will talk about that mechanic in just a minute. You have a passive income from $20/gold every 5 seconds. You see my last mission I did here, what happened, and then you would see the upgrade benefits and what you need for it, and then you can also destroy it if you don't want to be in the region anymore. But when you have built such criminal network, you might say, okay, what am I doing with it now? Well, the answer is you can start schemes. In the level 1 areas, you have basically 2 schemes you can do. You have the scheme to make money, and you have the scheme to reduce the heat. Now let's talk about the money scheme first. If you choose to do a money scheme, there is now an expire time to all your schemes. And important to note, if you choose a scheme in that region, afterwards you are done with that scheme, all the other schemes will also disappear. There will be a complete reset in the region, so choose wisely which scheme you want to do. It feels a bit like XCOM choices. Like, it's not that in depth, like hopefully nobody will die because of your choices, but you have to make decisions. And you can see what it does here. It will generate 15 heat, you will get 10,000 gold, it will take you 3 workers, and it will take about 3 minutes to finish. And yes, they are a mission where this is even going higher, like you can see here, heat region 30, 20,000 gold, still 3 workers, but 30 minutes wait time. And yes, those are real-time minutes, so keep that in mind. Now, what does that all mean? Well, the most important thing you have to know is that you are not getting those things in one big swoop. Like, you don't have to wait 30 minutes till you get the 20,000 gold. What you're doing is, your workers will be there for 30 minutes and slowly extract the gold from that account. And the same goes with the heat. The heat will not just swoop in full swing. You slowly deplete it, and it will slowly go into your criminal network. But what does it mean? Like, what is heat doing? Well, heat is basically the anger you produce in the region, and when you reach the maximum, the whole region will go under lockdown. And then for 5 minutes, and yes, it goes higher depending on your criminal network level, for 5 minutes you cannot do anything there. All the schemes which are still running are becoming shut down. Like, you can't do any schemes. Schemes are getting cancelled, and you also lose all your minions in the region, of course. But what you really want to do is you want to prevent heat to be triggered, and also very important, you lose your passive income for the 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 50 minutes, depending on how high your criminal network is. And that sucks. You don't want to have that happen. So that's the reason why you have schemes which will reduce your heat over time, or there are even some schemes where you can reduce your heat immediately, but they cost money. This one doesn't cost money. I can actually see if we have a scheme here which costs money. There we have one. What a coincidence. It will reduce 50 heat, it will cost you 10,000 gold though, and it takes 10 seconds. Keep in mind, if you are already running a scheme in that area, like I do here, and you can see this is getting really close to the maximum of 50, and you think, okay, you know what, no, this will go into lockdown, let's do this scheme very quickly. You will cancel the scheme you were just doing. You cannot just switch around freely. So keep that in mind. There are also, of course, level 2 area schemes like I have here. Like, as you can see, I will generate a lot of heat, but I will also make a lot of money from this. But here's the kicker. When you are reaching level 2 in your criminal networks, you are getting much better schemes, as you can see right here, right? Those are much, much better than what I have in the level 1 area like this. Oh, I get 10,000. Well, I can do a scheme where I literally get 270,000. Wow! Yeah, but there's a few things to remember. First, if you do level 2 missions, you also now need intel, which is a new resource. You can see my intel down here, and if you're wondering, how do I get intel? Well, there are 2 ways to get intel. First, you can just build those computer consoles you have to research, or I think you actually get it with one of the side missions. I think it's the side missions, I'm not 100% sure. But you will definitely get the computer consoles, and they're easy to get. And then you will start to just slowly generate intel. Or, which also works, is when you are capturing agents, you can just question them, and then after they told you everything, they will give you the intel resource. Speaking of agents, glad that we're on that. So what happens when you reach the heat level in multiple areas, or you overdoing it with the heat level? Well, you're not just shutting down your whole area. They will also send agents to you. And depending on how many regions you have under control in one area and you piss off a certain faction, they will send even stronger agents or even soldiers or something more. Like, it really depends on how much you piss them off. So it might sound pretty smart to diversify and be in as many regions as possible. The thing is, if you do that, agents will come in faster, there will be more agents because you have to fight off multiple regions or multiple factions at once, so you have to be a bit more careful about that. But going back to one of the schemes, there's also something else I really have to note here, and this is completely new in comparison to Evil Genius 1, you can see the requirements, what I need here for this mission, right? I need 2 guards, 1 valet, 3 scientists, and then it takes an hour to do this. The thing is, you actually send them away, the minions. They will not return after they are done with the mission. This is not Evil Genius 1. They're gone. They will leave your organization and they will never come back. Now, at the beginning, sending out 3 workers is not really a big deal, and it's like whatever. You don't mind. You don't mind. But later on, using 2 guards, 3 scientists, and 1 valet, or even higher than that might hurt a bit more, because it takes time to train them again and get those minions back. So definitely keep that in mind when you choose a mission. I actually overdid it a little bit at the beginning, and I did send out my workers to multiple regions, and what then happened is I didn't have any workers at my base. That was really awkward. So you need a little bit of a reminder, like how many minions you have of that specific type and you can send out, because the last thing you want is that you basically send all your minions out in your base and then your base is empty. Right? That's not really what you want. So definitely keep that in mind. One last thing, which is a pretty neat trick, and it's not a big deal, but it might help you to assess the situation quicker. If you're wondering, how do I know in which region I'm actually like running schemes? Do I really have to zoom in all the time and look for like the icons if there is like a mission running, right? Like you can see right here that they are preparing for a mission. No, there is actually an easy way to find out what is going on here right now, and you just have to look at your criminal network. You see this here, like the radio wave effect, which is like coming from the radio tower. That means there are no schemes running in this area. If your radio tower looks like this, though, on the other hand, you already know there is a scheme running in that area, and you can just move on. It's a small thing, but it's actually really neat to notice that, and then you can act accordingly. But yeah, that was it when it comes to the world map. I hope it could help you a little bit to understand what to do here and maybe to look out for a few things here and there. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to click on the like button. I would appreciate it. If you of course didn't like the video, well, the dislike button is right next to it. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see more Evil Genius videos, gaming news, reaction videos to certain conventions and trailers and whatnot, and also some gameplay here and there, definitely make sure to subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate also that. And if you want to see us live playing video games, you can do that from Monday to Friday at 8 AM ET, which is 1 PM UK time and 2 PM Central European time, at trovo.live/ChaosMole. You find all the links also in the description. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time. And most importantly, stay evil. Bye bye.